Cleopatra VII. Philopator, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, is one of history's most famous and influential figures. Her reign marked the end of an era in ancient Egypt. In this chapter, we will explore the early life, rise to power, and the enduring impact of Cleopatra, Egypt's last pharaoh. Her legacy continues to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike. Cleopatra VII. Philopator was born in 69 BCE in Alexandria, the shining jewel of Egypt. She was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek royal family that had ruled Egypt for nearly 3 centuries after the conquests of Alexander the Great. But unlike her predecessors, Cleopatra was more than just a figurehead. Fluent in multiple languages, including Egyptian, a rarity for her Greek lineage, Cleopatra was not only well-educated but also deeply connected to her people. Her intellect and charisma would soon become her most powerful tools. Cleopatra ascended to the throne at just 18 years old, co-ruling with her younger brother Ptolemy XIII. But this was far from a peaceful reign. The siblings soon found themselves locked in a bitter power struggle. Cleopatra faced numerous challenges, including being forced into exile. During her time in exile, she plotted her return to power. But rather than accepting defeat, she orchestrated one of history's most famous comebacks. With the help of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra reclaimed her throne and solidified her legacy. Cleopatra and Ptolemy XII's advisors were constantly at odds, each faction vying for influence. Cleopatra sought alliances with powerful figures, including foreign dignitaries, to strengthen her position. The conflict culminated in a dramatic showdown, forever altering the course of Egyptian history. Cleopatra's return to Alexandria was met with celebration as she restored her reign and began to rebuild her kingdom. Cleopatra's struggle for power left an enduring legacy, cementing her place in history as one of Egypt's most formidable rulers. In 48 BCE, Cleopatra famously met Julius Caesar, not through formal diplomacy, but by being smuggled into his quarters, wrapped in a carpet. This bold move marked the beginning of a powerful alliance and a romantic relationship that would change the course of history. With Caesar's support, Cleopatra regained her throne and solidified her power. Together, they had a son, Ptolemy XV, better known as Caesarion. In 46 BCE, Cleopatra visited Rome with Caesar and their son, Caesarion. Their presence caused a sensation, with the Roman public both fascinated and scandalized by the foreign queen. Politically, Cleopatra's visit was significant. It underscored Caesar's power and his willingness to challenge Roman traditions. Her influence in Rome was undeniable, and it highlighted the shifting dynamics of power in the ancient world. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE, Cleopatra's political acumen led her to another Roman general, Mark Antony. Their alliance was both strategic and passionate, as Cleopatra sought to maintain Egypt's independence amid the growing power of Rome. Cleopatra and Antony's relationship was legendary, filled with lavish displays of wealth and power. They envisioned an empire that would stretch from Rome to Egypt, but their dreams were cut short by the tides of war. In 31 BCE, the forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra faced off against Octavian, the future Emperor Augustus, at the Battle of Actium. Octavian's fleet, commanded by Agrippa, employed a crescent formation to encircle Antony and Cleopatra's ships, cutting off their escape routes. The battle was fierce, with ships ramming into each other and soldiers boarding enemy vessels in brutal hand-to-hand combat. Despite their efforts, Antony and Cleopatra's fleet was overwhelmed. Cleopatra managed to break through the blockade, but Antony's forces were left in disarray. The battle was a disaster for Cleopatra and Antony, and they were ultimately forced to flee back to Egypt. With defeat imminent, Cleopatra and Antony took their own lives, preferring death over submission. Cleopatra's suicide by the bite of an asp has become one of history's most iconic moments. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the Ptolemaic rule and the beginning of Roman Egypt, but her legacy has endured for centuries. Cleopatra remains a symbol of intelligence, beauty, and the fierce struggle for power in a world dominated by men. Through the ages, Cleopatra has been immortalized in art, literature, and film, her story reminding us that the pursuit of greatness often comes at a steep price. As the last pharaoh, She stands as a powerful testament to the complexities of leadership and the enduring allure of Egypt. Thank you for watching this episode of Wisdom Vault. If you enjoyed exploring the world of Cleopatra, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest historical deep dives. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom.